Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your September read. So let's see what's happening. You know that I'm keeping it under YouTube's 10-minute standard as prescribed. So I wanted to squeeze the entire Celtic cross. But guys, let me not forget to mention that I also can be found on Instagram, so where you can see daily tarot. You can also join my newsletter. You can do that via my website, cataro.ca. And if you're not subscriber and if you get any messages that are important to you, just, that's invitation to subscribe for sure. And guys, also check your sun sign, check your ascendant, and check your moon sign. That's very important for a general read. So let's see, Capricorn. Whoa, what's happening here? What's going on? You have Three of Sky, and the first major is the Tower reversed. Something is happening, something is brewing, and you are really not aware of that, right? This is that card about health disturbances. This is the card about somebody grabbing your heart and holding it and squeezing it and twisting it and doing all these horrible things, because look at these kitty cats are breaking everything. Somebody being really, really reckless in the situation, and they can be. And it's also reversed. Maybe in the reversal, you think you're doing the right things to bring kind of like healing, and yet you're doing very wrong things. At least this is like what this says. So let's see what's the rest. Strength. You're kind of like composed. You're kind of like working on yourself. This is like restraint as well, about knowing that you can reach out towards certain things, but you are not doing it. Maybe you're a little bit even non-responsive this month for one reason or another. Lots of things happening here. So they're like two majors. Very similar. They're both, as you can tell, in exactly the same garden, right? Maybe it's just a little bit different perspective on the mountains over here. But there is like this cozy enjoyment, and everybody else is becoming the part of you. You're allowing other people in your world, but you're allowing them on the surface if you wish, because it's almost like against your nature something is happening. Where here there's like this huge openness, huge, look at this, the sun is just growing over there. Let's smell the roses, let's nourish it. Like, I mean, it's really, really good. Two of them are really working well together. It's really talking about some really good intentions. Maybe you're restrained into jumping something else, into jumping into something new. Maybe you're restrained because maybe you're hurt. Maybe somebody did a number on you, and maybe it took you a while to heal. Maybe you're still in the process of healing, and hence it's really hard for you to take this guard down and kind of like deal with that in that kind of like situation. Then we have a Sea King, and this is really, really lovely. It is like the comfort zone card. It's where, like, I mean, you can take your guard down and you can express your feelings in a very safe environment with somebody who is not going to use things against you at any kind of like shape. Or maybe you are the one who is providing this soft place to fall for somebody else. But it tells me that this is like you feel you really need that. You really need that nurturing environment. Usually, Sea King is the one who just gets you emotionally, who just gets what you need, who's willing to listen. And that just by person nodding and listening and maybe not saying anything, like it's the worst thing, like when you want to talk about your emotions and somebody is always interrupting you and interacting and they want to make it into conversation. No, it's a monologue. Let me get out this stuff from myself, right? And that's something like that is happening over here. You see, this is the past. You may be dealing with somebody who is otherwise quote-unquote engaged, who is in a different relationship, who is in a situation that is really difficult. Usually that happens when people are having situation with lawsuits or unclear relationship with separations. It's almost like you're radioactive in a situation, and some people are brave enough and they approach these people because the reward can be great. but you know, it can also be explosion in your face. And this really talks about the panicky feeling and somebody not really understanding who their really friends are and who are their enemies. Both of these cards that are kind of like gloomy are talking about some kind of like healing and something that need to be analyzed. Maybe also guys went to see a therapist, or literally you really needed to talk your little heart out and everything that is really going on. So what is on your mind is Seven of Sky. It's reverse. So Eight of Sky, Seven of Sky. You're still mulling it over, something in your head. Somebody took you for a ride and you don't like it. Maybe you took your guard down and you allow them to come in your life, and next thing you know, you're the one licking your wounds, kind of a thing, right? You just looked in the other direction, you look in possibilities, you really looked up, and somebody just grabbed something under your feet. Maybe you're asking yourself if everything was just an illusion. And like, you know that song, Illusion, kind of like came to me, kind of like this, something was stretched, something was masked. You were really different, I think, in the situation, because there's like something you're dragging from the past. Clearly there is like a new beginning, it's a new potential, which is a freaking amazing over here. But there is like this hesitancy. We're going to see when we get environment what's this hesitancy all about. Because of this hesitancy, you're really a little bit hesitant to use the word. You're like reluctant to move forward. Look at the kitty, has all these toys for him. My. What is mine is mine, what is mine is mine. Maybe you have been burned financially of some sort. The key in this card is like to engage, you share. These toys mean nothing without being shared. And that's something you need to kind of like figure out in your head, that you can resolve this, you can take this leap. And yes, you might still end up being hurt, but it was just another kind of like try. There is like no risk, no profit kind of a thing, right? Maybe you made some wrong steps, like last time around, because you know, like you're almost like blaming yourself for something to happen, and I really don't think it was your fault. So in your house is the Priestess. That's actually really lovely. You have the Cat, which is 0. No, this is 2. So this is the third major arcana. And this one is really talking about getting it. And it looks like you're kind of like now attuned to the spirituality. You're attuned to reading people. You don't necessarily need to ask them lots of questions. This is not evaluation. This is not a courtroom. Like, are you good on the paper? You're like reading them by a sense. You're reading them if they're good or bad people, and it doesn't necessarily mean that everything they have done in life was great, right? It's simply if they have learned even from bad situations, or maybe the bad actions on their part, and they became better as a result of it because of insight. But you're like really observant. I can see this kind of like observant nature, which is still pushing some buttons, like let's say panic button of some sort. So this is the environment. You see, somebody's coming this month, somebody's singing love, 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 somebody's maybe inviting you somewhere, or somebody's creating a situation where you can invite them. This is all good. Strength also means commitment of some sort. Maybe like, you know, this is what it is. Like for you, you're like feeling something can be serious, and that is kind of like scaring you off, because serious means being able to be hurt and kind of like a whole bunch of stuff like that, right? Hopes and fears are 6 of C. See, there's like somebody from the past that is still on your mind. This is what it talks about. It talks about memories and memory lane, and good and bad memories, but kind of like sorted memories, and also like sweet or bittersweet memories, right? So this card in this category is being read both up and down. So what you hope for somebody, or you hope maybe you had flavor with someone and you want the same flavor with somebody else, or maybe you literally want somebody from the past to come back. And they actually might. The outcome is indecision. The indecision is like still dealing, like, I don't like this combination. And I don't like this combination. So is this something that is in your head, that you're still feeling pain? Or you feel exposed? Or you kind of like, once burned, twice shy? Look at this. This is juggling. Who is juggling? Are you juggling? Are you still kind of like saying, well, you know what, I'm going to dance a little bit, but not too close and not too much, not too far. Guys, this dance with somebody that is coming through, you're going to lose if you don't fully engage. So the question is, can you handle it? If you get hurt again, can you handle it? If the answer is yes, then I would say go take a leap of faith, because the rewards can be huge. And you need to trust your instincts more than you did so far. That is really, really important. What I want to check this card here, because that's the ultimate betrayal and somebody doing a number on you, and I can see that you're going through healing. So let's see what the gypsy cards are coming through over here. Lord and consolation. So Lord can mean, yes, there is somebody who is married. There is somebody who is involved with somebody and it's impossible for them to get out. Maybe the person is ghosting you and so on and so forth. But consolation is saying you will not believe what will happen. You will get something that it just comes out of nowhere. You clearly didn't work for it. You Capricorn usually work for things, and like what you put in, that's what come back. But this you will not work for. It just is going to come right through. And let me see the romance card. What comes through here? Healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Sometimes we bring partners in our life who manifest things that will help us heal. And when we heal, then we don't manifest people and partners like that anymore. So they keep coming. And we are healing this relationship, and we just think with another partner it's going to be better. And yet we get another partner, exactly the same partner in a new body, right? And so on, the cycle continues. And that's maybe why this past is coming through, past hurt, past healings. It's maybe not even the person you are thinking of. It goes right back, that something has been taken away from you and then left an impact. And hence is that soft spot in you. That's why you have the Sea King, where, like maybe this simply asks for honesty with yourself, to understand what was the original source, to heal it, patch it, nourish it, and move forward. Because moving forward can be really, really good, but not if you're playing poker with sweaty palms. You really need to engage. And in order to engage, you can only engage if you heal. So it's kind of like a catch-22 for you. So I know you're going to proceed carefully. I can see that. But my advice to you would be just, clear it with yourself to what stage of healing you are. If you can handle it, and if you think you can, I would go for it. If you think you can't, then I would really focus most of my time to healing and to kind of like self-understanding, which will be also very beneficial for you. So my dear Capricorn, I wish you all the best, and you know where to find me. It's at Cat Tarot on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and join my newsletter. Check your sun sign, check your ascendant, check your moon sign, and if you want a reading with me, contact me at cattarot.ca. I wish you all the best. It will be really interesting to hear from you. What kind of like month do you expect and what's happening? And then I'll talk to you in October. All the best.